for now, we have a Unreal plugins associated with Amazon RDS. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how we're going to use this plugin. And in the Unreal 4, uh, we use Blueprint to control and access the Amazon RDS. So right now we have to create a database. This is not a database, it's just a cluster of the database. So it includes a lot of database, not only one. So I will just choose standard created, and the engine option, engine type, I will give Amazon Aurora, and addition is gonna be Amazon Aurora with Masako compatibility. All right, and the capacity type, I'm gonna choose the serverless, and the version is gonna be 5.7. And the setting, you can give the name of the cluster of this database. I will just leave. I'll give the test database cluster. All right, and this is a username. You can change your username, whatever. And I will choose auto generate a password, or maybe you can custom your password, whatever, depends on you. And all right, the capacity settings, the maximum Aurora capacity union, I would choose 1 because this is not cheap, and so I would just choose the okay. I will leave them alone, and the the V2 private cloud VPC. If you have a default, then you can use default. And there is additional connectivity configuration, so you have to go down and choose data API. Only you'll check this, only you'll mark this as check, then you can use the blueprint in your project, in your Unreal 4 project to use. Yeah, so there is additional configuration. I would recommend to uncheck this, enable deletion protection. If you uncheck this, then you can delete your database once you don't need it anymore. Okay, so maybe you can just check it, then you can do it later. You can modify these settings later. So whatever, I'll just leave it unchecked. So I think everything all set. So I'll say created database. So the statue is creating, so we give them some times and we go back to refresh the page. Make sure there is a blue title. It says creating database. This is my database name, and on the right side we have a view credential details. So this is my username, the mine, and my password. I'll just copy my password. It's very important, and you have to copy this. Once you close this, you will never get the password again. Okay, and we go to the secret managers. You will just search the secret manager in the services, and just go to the page, and I'm gonna store the new secret. So first select secret type is gonna be the credential for RDS database. Alright, and the username is the mine. The username has to be same as the database username, and the password. Password is gonna be, I'm gonna paste here. Yeah, because I just copy from here and paste it to here. So if I show the password, it will be same as this. All right, and select the encryption key. We leave it the default encryption key, and the RDS database we have to select. We have to. So I will just select this database cluster because that's what I need and what I just created in the RDS. Okay, so I'm just gonna click the next. The secret name I will leave the test and DB cluster secret. All right, just a name and go next. and you can just choose disable automatic rotation. If you want more security, you can click the enable automatic rotation, so it will change the secret in the period of the time. So okay, but we don't need it right now. Okay, so we just click the next, and now stored. Okay, now we have a secret key manage because we only use secret manage in the blueprint to connect the database. We're not using the username. We're not using the RDS, the master username and the password in blueprint to control the database because the secret manager has more security than the use directly using the username and password. Alright, so I think it should be okay, so I'm gonna refresh this page. Okay, so this database cluster is available. So right now we are going to the inside to see what actually it has. So it has endpoint ports and it has those details. So, oh good. And now we're gonna go to the query editor. So the database instance or the cluster, I'm gonna choose the test database cluster that I just created and the database username. So I will use the secret manager ARN instead of using a username. So and this is so I'm gonna put the secret manager ARN. So we're gonna go back to the secret manager and go into the secret name, and there is a secret ARN. So I'm just copy and paste. Okay, and then connect to database. Okay, so this is query editor. So we can go back to the Unreal 4 project. I just created actor and I move it to the level. So it will run the begin play after I click the play button. And now first thing I'm going to do is to create it RDS data object. Actually, you need two things, the credential and the client configuration. So the credential and the client configuration. So in the client configuration, you have to change your region. This is important because my region is US is 1 and there is default region US 1. So it should be same. If it's different from your region, you have to change it. And you have to put your ASCII key ID and the secret key ID. Okay, now so I just put my ASCII ID and secret key ID right here. And now we're going to use the return value, the RDS data client object, to search execute statement. So basically, we'll do something from here to change the to do something about the query editor, because we're gonna type some code to modify our database. But right now we're using the blueprint to do some change or modify the database. So first thing is we have to make this required, and then we're gonna put the database. So now we don't have a database because this is not the database, it's the database cluster. So it will contains a lot of database. So right now you don't have any database. So I will just create a database. So how I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna delete them all and create and type created. Now I'm gonna run this. It says successful. Now I have a database. So the name is testdb. So we're gonna go back to Unreal 4, and I'm gonna type the database testdb and the resource ARN. You're gonna go back to your database. Right click this one, this task database cluster that I just created. So go to your configuration, and there is ARN. So I'll just copy and run to here. Okay, and the Sigma is testdb, and the secret ARN is gonna be this it's gonna be from the secret manager. So I'm gonna copy the secret ERN. So basically we're not using the username and the password to access the database. We're using the secret manager. Yeah. Okay, so here example that I'm gonna create it the cable in the SQL. So the player ID, the key, and the last name, the first name is gonna be the values, the items. All right, and make sure you print the error message if it goes unsuccess. And now I'm gonna click play. All right, no errors, and now we're gonna put some values in this table. This is created a table, and now I'm gonna copy one. So we're gonna put some value in this table. For example, like this, and I'm gonna put the values. My last name is XU, and my first name is gonna be Steve. And now we go back and play. No errors, it means successful. And now we're gonna print all the values from the table. And now I'm gonna copy a new request. Now I'm gonna delete the SQL, put some new code. Okay, and now you're gonna type this. It will retain all the values from the table. And now I'm gonna go right here, and there's a result. Break it, and there is record. I'm gonna use for each loop to and break the array element. And there is file set. And also I'm gonna use a for each loop. Here is a JSON. I'm gonna use a print string to print this print this JSON. Alright, and I'm gonna click play. It will return Steve XU. Oh, wait a second. It is only 2 seconds, so I will just put 10 seconds. Okay, and click play, and there is a value. It's string value, and my last name, my first name Steve, and my last name XU, and the long value the long value is the index of the values of the table. So I'm gonna put more values in this table. So I will do this request with the insert to the player. And so I'm gonna use this request with the insert to this table called personal. And I'm gonna connect the request to the execute statement. And now I'm gonna change the value. I'll say this Eilis and this Steve, alright. And I'm gonna click play it again. Alright, nothing happened. It should be no errors. And now I'm gonna connect back to the request with the select this yeah. Okay, so it's gonna return all the values from the table. Okay, we click play. Now it has the new value card, the Steve alias and the index 2. Alright. And also there's another way to put the values in the table. So for example, let me copy a new request. I'm gonna use this new request, connect this, and there is paraments. We're gonna use the paraments to upload the values to the table. So I'm gonna make two. Let me just move to here, alright. And then created two paraments. So what I'm gonna put here, you wanna know. So we can change the SQL. Okay, so right now I'm gonna change the value and to the column, and I will just put a alias name, column alias name, and there is another column, first name, for the alias name of the first names. And now right here you can put the column last name, And the second parameter is going to be column first name. And the value, you don't need to worry about the type int. And the value, you need to make the JSON. So like this, and here you're gonna put the string value and column. I'm gonna put your value. I will say lion. Alright, and then there's a new value, and there's also string value. And it's gonna be Steve. Alright, and now we're gonna click play. It gives me a error that in the parameters you don't need the column, you just need the alias. Okay, and then let's play again. Oh, my mistake. Alright, and now we click play again. Okay, no errors. And now we go back, and I'm gonna print. This is print. And now let's click play. So it has the value Steve lion. Alright, and it can be index 3.